All right. It cannot count as a technical elective. Sorry, I started recording in midstream here. I was telling them about this wine tasting course that they can take, so they're all excited about that now. But anyway, we can talk about something more serious if we want to. So next week is when the project is due. We do not have class on Monday. It's due on Wednesday. Let me double check here. I have not created a submission folder yet, so I need to do that. So I'll create a submission folder there. And then I haven't opened the project itself. Let's see here. So the way you'll submit it is you're going to create a folder with this as your name. Inside that folder, I want the data file, okay, and your file that does whatever it does, last name Project01.py. And if you have any other files that you need, you may have put some of your stuff in other Python files or whatever, but put whatever you need for me to run the program in that folder, then zip the folder and upload the zip file into the submission Dropbox. Okay. So, last class meeting before it's due. What can I help you with? I did change that PowerPoint and updated it and uploaded the new one, because those last 2 points where I sort of said you can take a shortcut, well, I was wrong. You really should go ahead and do all the points. As it turns out, those 2 points fall right on top of each other. Maybe I'll just go ahead and show it to you real quick. Product, it gives you that distance where that point is. Then you take the next corner, you project it, you get a new one, and then the upper left and upper right, I gave shortcuts for that were incorrect. So if you follow the same process, you take the upper left, you move that out, you take its projection, it will fall exactly on top of the lower left point, because the projection of these 2 points, the projection of any point on this line is going to project to the same place because it's perpendicular to the axis 1 vector. So ALL and AUL are going to fall on top of each other. In the same way that if you do the upper right one, you move it, you project it over, it's going to fall exactly on top of the lower right and the upper right and the lower right. They're going to fall on top of each other. So for whichever rectangle axis is part of, you only have 2 points, because 2 points will fall on top of each other, 2 points will fall on top of each other. But then for the other rectangle, you'll get a point for all four of the corners. So if your axis is on A, you'll get 4 points for B and only 2 for A, and vice versa. If you're doing axis 3 or 4 here, you'll get 2 points for B and 4 points for A. So I'm sorry I rushed through that without thinking through my shortcut. I was thinking of the dot product of different vectors than what we had. So just wanted to give you that update. Okay. Any burning questions, any problems you're dealing with?
When I'm creating a function and I'm listing all of the input variables that I'm sending to the function, can I just put equals 0 on some of them, and it'll say, like, if I don't give it a value, it'll just set that one equal to 0?
Yes.
All right, cool.
So I'm not sure, and so you could do something like this, and then you can print x times y times z. What I'm curious about, because in C++, if you have a default value, every value after every argument after the default value must also have a default value. But I don't think that's the case in Python. So let's check that. My func 1, 2, 3. Then of course my func 1 or 5. We'll get 1 times 2 times 3 is 6, and then 5 times 0 gives 0. Now what I'm curious about is if we do this. I don't think you can, I don't know, can you do that? Well, that's definitely not going to work. Interesting. Well, let me try this first. Does that work? No. Okay, so just like in C++, if you have an input argument with a default value, all of the following input arguments must also have default values. So whichever ones you have default, you just have to put them last. So you could do something like this. You know, if you only wanted one of them to have a default value, you could do that. But like C++, if you have a default value for one of them, all the rest have to be default. Okay. So I know you two guys are basically done, right? I don't know, Tim, I've heard you're done.
I was done, and then I decided I used a different method for the collision detection.
Okay.
And I decided to rewrite it using
This one. What method did you use for the collision? Was it the same one like Will had found or something?
No, this one it took each side of the box as a line and found whether or not the lines intersect. Two lines intersected.
And then if they intersected in between the points on the line, then you knew that it was a collision.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I hear you. That's cool. So then we got 3 of you guys in here that are not done yet, or you're kind of done, but so where are you at? Is anything I can help you with? Is there anything I can do up here? You just want me to come around and we'll have a look at what you're working on, or then you other guys, you can look ahead to the next project. Next project's already posted, so
Yeah, it looks pretty intense.
it is a bit intense because I've based that one off of a research paper, and so I've given you the research paper, and we're going to follow most of what's in the research paper. So, but you'll also notice that I've given you like a template. So I've organized a lot of the data structures and made some classes and stuff, and you sort of have to fill in the blanks. So I didn't make you go completely from scratch. But dealing with the notation and stuff in that paper is a little tricky. So you'll learn something there. Any other direct questions we can do up here? All right. Well, that makes for a very short recorded video.